Kawagoe is a historic town located in the northwest of Tokyo that you can arrive only 30 minutes by train from Tokyo's Ikebukuro terminal. Kawagoe is a popular day trip destination from Tokyo, and you can see a historic commercial street and enjoy the trace of old period of Tokyo, which you cannot see much in Tokyo anymore, and peaceful temples and shrines. So today I'd like to take you to Kawagoe, so you can do the same travel as me or better than me. There are 3 train lines going to Kawagoe from Tokyo. One goes directly from JR Saikyo line, going directly from Tokyo's major spots like Shibuya, Shinjuku and Ikebukuro, but it goes around, so it takes time. Another way is probably the most common route, Tobu Tojo line from Ikebukuro terminal. It takes you to Kawagoe in less than 30 minutes. Tobu also has terminal in Asakusa, but train to Kawagoe doesn't leave from Asakusa, it's Ikebukuro. There are also direct trains from Tokyo Toyoko line going through subways and run to Kawagoe, but my favorite way to return to Shinjuku is Seibu Shinjuku line. They have a limited express called Koedo, with 500 yen or so receipt charge, you can come back with comfortable reserved seat, eating and drinking what you bought in Kawagoe. So it depends on where you are staying in Tokyo, you can decide the convenient route. Today, let's take Tobu Tojo line, which is the fastest route to Kawagoe. So now this is Kawagoe station. If you are expecting old historic town, you might be surprised how everything is modern. Kawagoe has 2 major stations, Kawagoe stations of JR and Tobu, and Hon Kawagoe stations of Seibu. Kawagoe sightseeing spots are located in the north of Hon Kawagoe station, and you can either take a bus or walk through the commercial streets called Clear Mall, that endless shops and places to eat continue. There are 3 cores of sightseeing areas, all in walking distance. One is the main part of the Kawagoe, Ichibangai area. Along the major street, there are shops with traditional merchant houses called kurazukuri. Second is Kitain area. There are similar temples and shrines gathering in this area. Third is museum and castle area. The castle is not what you're imagining as a castle, but you can see some traditional buildings. And museum shows how old Kawagoe looked like. Near the area there is a Hikawa shrine, known for good spots to make your wish for relationship come true. It's all in walking distance and Kawagoe is close to Tokyo, so you can jump on train and casually visit. But many stores are closing at around 4 or 5 p.m, so you might want to arrive there before noon if you like to look around well. In case you have mobility issue or cannot walk long, you can also skip this walking and take a bus to the old town from the east exit of Kawagoe station. You can purchase Tobu bus one-day pass for 400 yen at the Tourism Information Office in front of Tobu Line's gate. You can also purchase online from the app of Japan Transit ticket section. You can also get on the bus with IC card like Suica. In case you take Eagle bus, which is a sightseeing bus, you can take it from the west exit of Kawagoe station. It's not running often, so I recommend to check the timetable before you visit. Another idea is to rent a bicycle. Hello Cycling should work with the foreign travelers too, with that phone number in Japan. But Kawagoe might not be the best place for the bicycle because it was difficult to find a place to park the bicycle, and also there are many ports that you can return the bicycle. Let's walk to the old town. If you go through this Atre building, a long commercial street called Clear Mall starts. If you are walking here, you are automatically taken to the old town. You can see tons of shops and places to eat. So if you are hungry on the way, you can eat something maybe. On the street, there is a department store called Maruhiro, which is a local department store based in Kawagoe. On the way to the old town, there is another station called Hon Kawagoe Station, which is a station of Seibu Shinjuku line. From here, you can go directly to Seibu Shinjuku Station right next to Kabukicho in Tokyo. As you walk, you start to see old buildings, and you'll find Kurari. Kurari is the old sake factory that were abandoned and renovated to the souvenir shops, sake shops, and restaurants. This is the entrance to the old town and also the last stop in case you miss to purchase souvenirs. The interesting part of Kawagoe is that town will gradually shift to the old town as you walk away from Kawagoe station. On this traffic light, The tourist route separates to two. One continuing to the old town, and one going to the Kitain temple and other temples. Let's save it for later and continue to the old town. The streets continue to the Taisho Roma Yume Street. Taisho is the name of the era, and this street has lots of buildings that are built in Taisho era and around that time. So in Japan, we use imperial year, which changes as Tenno emperor changes, and after Edo period, it's shifting to Meiji, Taisho, Showa, Heisei, and current Reiwa. So you see lots of these names in the places. And on this street, you see Kumano Shrine. It's a small shrine, but it's always busy with people praying. And there's lots of things to see inside. You can walk on the rock to check if you are healthy. You can throw ring and pray and tell your fortune. You can wash your coins to wish for financial success. It's a fun place to drop by on the way to the old town of Kawagoe. And now finally, the old town area. You might notice many black buildings with big roof. It's a construction called kurazukuri, which is made fire resistant. These buildings are constructed in Meiji period, and you could see in many other cities too, but most of them are demolished and not left anymore. What makes Kawagoe unique is its historical preservation, offering a glimpse into Tokyo's old days, Edo. When rail companies tried to make a route to Kawagoe, the station was built away from the city center, also separate to two locations. It is said it's influenced by the local merchants, trying to prevent the local shoppers to go to Tokyo instead of Kawagoe. As a result, while the stations are thrived, the old town was forgotten, while old town of other cities were redeveloped to new buildings. I remember when I was a kid, I walked this old town with my father, but it was really shabby, quiet town. But now, Kawagoe is a more tourist spot that you can enjoy the old town scenery and also street food and sweets. Every time I come here, new stores are opening and very surprised and excited. 10% of me is a little bit miss the old times. So the only problem is that Kawagoe, this main street is facing the major traffic. So it has been a problem for 20-30 years, but it has never changed. So I think they won't change. It's also a town, lots of people live. So I think that's something you want to be careful when you walk here. For this day, I had a lunch at this restaurant called Urin, hiding behind the coffee shop. They are focusing on sushi. It's not something Kawagoe is famous for, but it's in a nice quiet environment to have a lunch. Kawagoe is famous for unagi eel and sweet potato called satsumaimo in Japanese. As Kawagoe had a big, large field around the town, and it had a water canal to Tokyo, it was a perfect place to raise and carry sweet potatoes, which was very heavy vegetable to carry, so it was perfect to have water canal. So you see tons of places with sweet potatoes in Kawagoe. Something I see pretty often sweets called imokoi. It was 200 yen, and you can eat a hot one. There is a big sweet potato inside. It's actually better than I thought. If you like to eat more sweets, let's go to Kashiya Yokocho. Kashiya Yokocho is a popular street. It's a short street that you see a small confectionery stores gathering. It's not a long street, so it's not something you visit with big expectation, but there's my favorite spot right behind this alley. And this is a little bridge over the river. I feel something very nostalgic here, and the scenery really hasn't changed. Tree here. And there are lots of retro and modern coffee shops in Kawagoe. But the place with the most busy place is this Starbucks. This store is one of the similar Japanese-style Starbucks shops in Japan, and many Kawagoe tradition is used in the interior. And it has a little Japanese garden in backyard, so you can relax with the taste that you are used to, but still you can enjoy the atmosphere of Kawagoe. Now it's time to look for souvenirs. On the back street there is a soy sauce factory called Matsumoto Soy Sauce. On the weekend, they have a quick tour of soy sauce factory. It has an interesting fermented smell of soy sauce. For souvenir, I got this Hatsukari soy sauce. Hatsukari means Kawagoe castle. So recently soy sauce is made very quickly, but this one took 1 or 2 years to make this soy sauce. Here, let's look into the temples and shrines in Kawagoe. The temples you see in Kawagoe is something a little more countryside local feeling, unlike big sophisticated image of temples like in Kamakura or Kyoto. One major temple in Kawagoe is Kitain Temple. So they moved the building from Edo Castle to this Kawagoe. But now the Edo Castle doesn't exist anymore. But that's why there's something you cannot see anymore in Tokyo. You can see in this Kawagoe. That's why this Kitain is national heritage. Around Kitain Temple, there are 3 different temples and shrines too. One is Nakain Temple, and another one is Senba Toshogu, which enshrines Tokugawa Ieyasu, and also Narita-san, Kawagoe Narita-san Betsuin. This is Kawagoe's Betsuin's Narita-san Temple. The main one is in Narita, near Narita Airport. If you like to stay overnight and take your time in Kawagoe, Kawagoe also has some hotels. There's also a major hotel called Kawagoe Prince Hotel on Honkawagoe Station, and Kawagoe Tobu Hotel. Some of the hotels you can find for much more reasonable price than hotels in Tokyo. So now it's time to go back to Tokyo. If I'm asked which is better to visit, Kawagoe or Kamakura, for the first time visitor to Japan, probably I will answer Kamakura. Kamakura has more nature, mountains and ocean, and lots of temples that you cannot see everything in a day. But if you like more easygoing day trip, or if you have been to Kamakura, Kawagoe is a fun place to visit. Thank you for watching. Have a great trip to Japan. Have a great week until the next video.